But I did make some good money off of it. Ended up finding this one about 3.5 years ago, fully bone stock. The only thing that was done to it was an intake, a K&N intake.
Nice.
Everything else was bone stock on it. So picked it up, and then literally a couple weeks later, I started buying parts for it. So that's where it started.
And so what was the vision when you picked that up? Since it wasn't your first Honda, you had seen a Honda S2000s. What was your vision for it?
I would say flash forward another year is when I did have multiple parts on it, but then I kind of stood back and kind of planned out what I wanted to do with it, as far as, body kits, parts, stuff like that. So I kind of had to take a step back because I just kept buying parts for it. So at the time I didn't really have a vision, but now a couple years later, I think I executed it pretty good.
I would definitely agree, man.
Thank you.
I would definitely agree. All right, Jonathan, so tell us a little bit about the front end of the car. What do you got going on?
So let's start with the color, I guess. We could go there. Originally, the car was black, Berlina black, I believe it's called. It got fully resprayed. It's a Porsche gray black. So right now in the sun, it kind of gets gray tones, and then in the dark, it's more hidden.
What made you go with that color?
I actually have a friend. His name is Jared. He actually has a Porsche 964. He actually has this color on his car.
Okay.
So once I saw it, I kind of fell in love with it. And then because at the time, I had parts that I wanted to get resprayed black, but then there were so many parts that I wanted to get resprayed. I just said, why not get the whole car resprayed at the same time? Whole car, like basically half the car was going to be apart anyways. Might as well just get the whole, yeah. So front end wise, I have a Voltex front bumper. It's the street version with a carbon lip slash splitter, if you want to call it. Voltex canards, and then a hood is ASM. So, and then we'll move on to fenders. Fenders are actually an evasive replica made by Group A. The only reason I went with them other than evasive is because the carbon cutouts are actually carbon.
Which I absolutely love.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite features.
Number one thing that I just, this angle with the fender and the wheel and the big brake is just...
Yeah, that's one of my favorite setups. So I originally wanted to get the evasive, like I said. It's just they don't do the little carbon accent to it. So I ended up getting these. They did take some work to fit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, any fiberglass aftermarket that's not authentic, I think you wouldn't want to say, fits not the best. So, and then up front I have a tow hook. It's actually the same that my buddy Hector, it's made by the same guy, I can't remember his name, but he makes them specifically for the Voltex front bumper. So it comes out the little cutout. But that's pretty much it for the front end.
Wow,
yeah.
It's gorgeous, man.
Thank you.
And the side skirts in the rear?
Side skirts are Voltex as well. Out back, it's probably my favorite angle. Starting at the rear, we got a ASM, a narrow rear bumper, I'm sorry. K1 laboratory little duckbill with a Voltex 1700 swan neck. And then the swan neck has Renegade carbon stands as well, just to accent a little bit more with titanium hardware. Ooh. Yeah, and then these taillights are actually one of one. They're made by a company called Car Shop Glow in Japan. Oh, wow. Yeah, they do make aftermarket ones. Multiple people have, their V1, 2, and 3. But these were actually a special order by the previous owner. He wanted something similar to the OEM AP2 lights. So he just wanted that with a simple design. So that's what that is. I also should mention up front, I have the AP2 front headlights. So I did multiple AP2 upgrades because I like the visuals of the AP2, just the lights and stuff. So this is the AP1 with little AP2 touches.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What kind of hardtop?
The hardtop is made by Forbidden USA. It's a Mugen style.
Okay.
Single-sided carbon, so I actually had the little side slits left in carbon to kind of get an accent.
Oh, nice touch.
Yeah, so
Nice touch.
I painted the rear of the top, and then just left the carbon accents.
Super nice touch.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
So tell us, man, what kind of exhaust system do you have?
So I'm running a Belade sports header to a Jay's Racing 70RR Plus. So